Hello, this is Mike Johnson. I'm taking an inside and outside video tour of this 2012 Toyota Prius plug-in advanced. And there's a lot of things to explain to you about this car. First of all, it's a plug-in hybrid, which means it qualifies for the California Clean Air carpool stickers. Now this had the green carpool stickers assigned to it. This car, the specific car, was driven by and operated by Toyota staff, part of their Toyota headquarters, and it also qualifies for the new red carpool stickers. And all the whole carpool sticker program has a new sticker for 2019 through 2022. So you can get the new stickers with this car, which not all of the cars qualify for, but this one does. It's had the green ones and it qualifies for the red ones and the new ones. So you'll get the carpool stickers with the car. DMV will send those out. We've actually already applied for the new stickers for it, so we're waiting to see if DMV will send those to us, or else they'll send them to you directly. This car has a new set of tires on it. Again, this was a Toyota factory car, and let's take a look at the VIN number. The last three digits of the VIN are 770. The car was built in 6 of 2012. It was owned and operated by Toyota headquarters staff. And the Toyota headquarters used to be located in Torrance, California, but they moved Toyota's corporate headquarters to Texas. The companies are bailing out of California like people off the Titanic, and so they've moved to Texas, the Toyota headquarters. So let's talk more about the car. And first thing I'd like to point out, this car has the clear bra on the front, which means there's a clear 3M protective film that protects it from rock chips. The condition is excellent, and while we're up on the front, this is a plug-in advanced. This is a rare car, brand new. The sticker price of this car was $42,000, and it has a radar sensor behind the Toyota logo. So when you're driving forward, the radar is part of the anti-collision system, works with the cruise control, and keeps you from bumping into the cars in front of you when you're driving. So it has smart cruise control. It also has the premium LED headlights, very good headlights, fog lights, windshield washers, for your headlights, and then daytime running light, LEDs, and that's your turn signals. So this is a plug-in advanced, and inside it's got the smart mirror. We're gonna go inside and I'm pulling in the shade, take a look. But before I do, this is a non-accident car with a clean Carfax history report, no paint work, 100% nice, clean, the way it came out of the factory. These tires are like brand new. All four of them are the factory spec tires, all brand new rubber all the way around. No chips and nicks on the car. I mean, there might be one or two, but it's extremely clean. The rims are not ground off. These Toyota people, they're car nuts, and they take good care of their cars. You might think, oh, it's a Prius. Well, they think, yeah, baby, it's a Prius when they own these cars. I'm going to show you a couple things. It's a plug-in hybrid. So you've got a charging cord that you plug into the charging port to charge up the battery. This charging cord that comes with the car is only 110 regular outlet, like you would have in anyone's garage or kitchen or bathroom. It's just a regular outlet. If you plug in this car, that charges the battery in only 3 hours on a regular outlet. If you have one of those high current chargers, it'll charge it in an hour and a half. But it comes with what's called a level 1 charger, and that charges it in 3 hours. But on the left side is a gas fill. You have a little button here. You put it in there, and this is what your main concern is, your gasoline. You put gas in this car. This is an electric dual fuel vehicle. That's why I got 2 fill ports. Plug-in hybrid. So what that means is, and I'm going to take a minute to explain, when you plug in the car, the first 10 to 15 miles of your drive will be on electric only. So you have on your overhead display, you have different menus which I can toggle through. I like this one. Now right now they didn't charge this car very much because it was interstate use. So it's averaging 48 miles per gallon. That means they did not plug it in. They weren't plugging it in recently. For the last, looks like 1,600 miles, they didn't have a chance to plug it in. But you want to plug it in. You don't have to, but you want to. Why do you want to plug in a car when you can just buy gas? Well, if you buy gas, this car is getting 48 miles per gallon. But if you plug it in, typical buyer will increase your gas mileage to an average of about 75 to 100 miles per gallon depending on your usage. So getting 75 miles per gallon means you're going to go 750 miles on 10 gallons of gas. And at 10 times $4 a gallon, that means 40 bucks. You can go 750 to 100 to 1,000 miles on $40 of gas, which very few cars can do, but this one can, by charging it once a day. Now it does have the owner's books in here. Let's go through and show you some features. Let me see what I've got in here. Quick reference guide, owner's manual, navigation system, warranty and maintenance guide. Let me take a peek at this real quick. Sometimes they document all the service. Oh, yep. They documented all the service in this one. So if we take a look here, you can see the various oil changes are documented because this was a Toyota headquarters operated vehicle. They had the service done at Toyota headquarters and they stamped it in the maintenance guide. So you have some detailed maintenance records of the servicing. And while we're talking about servicing, your oil changes, for example. Let me do a question and answer here. Okay, how often do you need to change oil? Every 10,000 miles if you're using full synthetic. Not every 3,000 miles. You don't need to change the oil every 3,000 miles. You change the oil every 10,000 miles with full synthetic. And that's part of the reason is because 60% of the time when you're driving this car, like for example, this car is ready to drive, but the engine is not running. So it's not dirtying the engine oil. And how often do you have to change the brakes on this car? If you're getting good gas mileage of about 48 or more miles per gallon, you may not have to change the brakes for over 100,000 miles. Okay, how often do you change the belts on the car? There are no belts on the car, so you never have to change the belts. So your maintenance costs are very low on these plug-in hybrids. How often do you have to buy gas? Well, about every 500 to 700 miles if you're getting good gas mileage and plugging it in every night. If you plug it in once a day and drive your average amount of driving, which is 12 to 15,000 miles a year, 1/3 to 1/4 of your driving is electric only, and then 2/3 to 3/4 is gasoline. So when you're running on electric, your gas mileage is 1,000 miles per gallon because you're not running the engine. And then the rest of the time you're getting 50. So it's an average balance between those two. It's a math problem, and you don't have to think about it. All you do is buy the car, charge it every night, and drive it, and you're going to be a super happy owner with very low operating costs, and you may not have to go to the fuel station more than once every month or two, depending on how often you drive. So this has climate control, air conditioning. It has the premium navigation system. If you've seen enough of these cars, this one has a nice screen that flips up and the CD slot is behind because this has got the premium package. If you went to the dealership in 2012 and bought this car, the window sticker price was around $41,000 to $42,000. The regular, cheaper, more common version had a sticker price of $33,000. So this was $8,000 or $9,000 $800 more expensive of a car plus tax, which would be another $1,000 on top of that. You have radar adaptive cruise control, which is a very hard option to find on the 2012 through 2015 Priuses. Most of them do not have it. Your chance of finding it is very low, but you have this extra button on the lower right of the steering wheel, and that's your smart cruise control. So when you turn on the cruise control, it says on the overhead display, radar ready. And then you can drive in heavy traffic using your cruise control, and when the cars are slowing or speeding up in front of you, your stress is a lot lower because this car will automatically speed up or slow down based on what the car in front of you is doing. And if some genius cuts you off, this will go beep, 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 and automatically hit the brakes to prevent you from colliding with the genius. Automatic. And if you happen to be distracted for a split second because maybe the sun was in your eyes, or the genius didn't have any working brake lights on the car, or you're in the rain, or you're fooling around with some of the gadgetry and your phone, which you shouldn't be doing, the car can save your life and avoid the accident with this smart cruise control system. It's a very rare option on the 2015 and older vehicles. A lot of the newer, fancier ones like the Prius Prime are coming out with that as a standard equipment, but this car has it. A very rare option, and that alone is reason to buy this car. Now, this car has some miles on it, but don't let that scare you. New York, you see these Prius all over the country being driven by taxi companies, and those guys get 350,000 miles out of the car. This has 104,005 miles, but it's still under warranty. This car has an extremely long warranty, and I'm going to go back to this book and show you a little page in here, and I can email you a copy of this, or it's available on the Toyota website. You can view all the manuals for this car online, so if you ever lose your manuals, or you don't want to read from the magazine and bring it out of the car, you can download them from the Toyota website onto an iPad or something. But in the manual is this blue bar graph chart, which shows your various lengths of warranty. And this right here, for performance and defect, is up to 15 years or 150,000 miles. And the hybrid battery warranty is up to 10 years or 150,000 miles. So you have another almost 50,000 miles of warranty left on this car. There's no warning lights. I have the door open and I have the cruise control on, but we have no warning lights at all in the car. Everything is working correctly. And while we're talking about the tech, this also has a head-up display, so it actually projects the speed right onto the windshield glass here, which is a very nice feature. Head-up display, and on the center mirror you have the programmable garage door opener buttons called Home Link, and then there's no flip-flop switch because this is the premium version. So the glass gets dark, and when the monster truck is parked behind you with its unusually bright headlights, the glass actually darkens to protect your eyes at night. Up on the overhead, it has the Toyota's SOS system, which you can enable, and that will works kind of like General Motors OnStar, so you can remote start the engine from your phone to start the air conditioning up from your phone, and if you're in a crash in the middle of nowhere, it'll call itself for help in case you're unconscious or something. But it is a Prius, so they do extremely well in accidents. I saw one on TV one time in a high-speed police chase, and the car kept crashing into things and kept on going. They're very durable cars. That's why the taxi companies love them. The cost to maintain them is very low. It does have 2 keys, and the keys come with a 4-button key, lock, unlock, and the remote starting of the air conditioning system. So you can remote start the AC from your phone or from the key, and there's 2 keys. And so Toyota is real good. There's no scratches or blemishes on the inside. It's all nice and clean. The rear seats fold flat. This is a hatchback. The headliner is all nice and clean. There's no fingerprints or filth in here. This thing was treated like a baby. You know, these Toyota people, they love their cars. They're very proud of what they build. And then even there's additional service records on here. Everything is in great condition. So I'm going to cut my video short. My name is Mike Johnson. Give me a call. 951-681-2101. 951-681-2101. Give me a call. Hey, let's peek under the engine. I'd like to point out one last thing. This is a California car, which means it has not been in the snow and places where they use salt on the road. So the metal under the hood is all bright and shiny. There's no corrosion at all on this car. And again, this is a clean, non-accident, no paintwork car. This is kept nice since brand new, the way it came out of the factory.